Good day guys, welcome to another episode of In the Workshop. If your headlights look like this, well, stay tuned as I show you how you can transform your headlights and make them look as good as new like this. Stay tuned.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey guys, on today's episode we are actually discussing how, or the reason why your headlights actually why they have that yellow, cloudy, foggy look to it, and the actual wording for that, or the reason for that, is called oxidation. Now, all modern headlights are made of a product called polycarbonate plastic, and that plastic actually has a clear coat on, just like your car's paint has. And unfortunately, due to this UV light and the actual headlight that shines this light at night when you're using your headlights, it diminishes the clear. You see the oxidation appear because you are diminishing the clear on there. And so today what we're doing is we're actually going to be rectifying that by polishing and cutting down the actual clear to a certain level, and then we're going to be refining it by using a polish, and then we're going to seal it so that we can actually prolong the effect of, or the oxidation effect, from happening again. And that's what we're doing today. It might sound a bit technical, but I promise you guys, anyone can do this. It's quite easy. And unfortunately, as I said before, this will happen to all modern headlights, but there are ways that we can protect it, and we're going to go into that right now. So there are quite a few headlight restoration kits on the market. One of them is the Shield Headlight Restoration Kit. So this one has been on the market for a while. It's actually been proven to work as well. As a full kit, and the only thing that you need with this is a Maguire's. They've actually got 3, and it's all various grades. So the first one is for lightly oxidized headlights, and then you have your middle one, which is for a little bit more severe, and then your third one is heavily oxidated headlights. Today's episode we're actually discussing a product by Holts. So that's a newcomer on the market. The kit looks like so. Just like the Shield Headlight Restoration Kit, you're just going to need a drill. That's it. And the reason for the drill is that you can do this by hand, but unfortunately by hand you will not be applying constant pressure. And the drill, that's the one good thing about it, because you can adjust the speed of it, and you can actually control how fast and how slow you want to polish the headlights. So, and as I said before, it applies constant pressure as you are using the drill, whereas by hand, you start off strong.
A few moments later.
And then halfway through you're like, oh my goodness, how much more must I go, or how much more must I do? So that's the one benefit of the drill. Included in the kit are these sandpapers. So there's quite a few. There's 2 of each different grade. So it starts from 800 grit, 1000, 1500 and 3000 grit. Next up is the applicator pad. So this you're going to use when you are busy polishing. After you've sanded, you're going to use this to polish away the cloudiness that has been amplified. And then with that, you can actually attach the applicator pad to the backing plate, and this then goes into the chuck of the drill, as you can see over there. Along with these 2, you're going to use the included polish, the abrasive. So it's a bit runny, so just make sure that you do shake it so that all the chemicals are actually dispensed when you put it on the actual applicator pad. So yeah, that's included in here is the headlight sealer. So this is a self-leveling sealer, so it just takes a while for it to flash. That's just where all the solvents dissolve, and then you take your microfiber cloth and then you give it a couple of seconds, I would say at least 30 seconds, and you wipe it and actually see how level and how smooth the actual sealer lays on the actual headlight, and it actually just amplifies and it just brightens up the headlight where it actually looks like it's brand spanking new. So Well done, Holts. This was actually a very nice introduction in your kit. However, I did find a few things I would have added to this kit, or I feel Holts maybe look past it. So one of it is a grab handle. Also, well, next up, I would have recommended that they add masking tape. So those two things I felt, if anyone from Holts does listen, I would recommend. Please have a look at that. But for those that are going to be using this, those are two things I would recommend. If you can't get hold of a grab handle, you're more than welcome to fold this in half and then just use your index finger just to guide the actual sandpaper, and that's it. You even, if you want to, you could use a sponge that will be your interface, and you then can guide the actual sandpaper very easy. So I'm going to just quickly give you guys a quick rundown as to what I did with regards to how you need to renew your headlight. So I kept the headlight attached to the body of the car, and I just used masking tape around the edges. Thereafter, I used the sandpaper just to remove and to actually smooth out the headlight, or the surface of the headlight. And you'll see I went through all the various grades, so that it goes from rough, from 800 up until 3000 grit. Once I was done with that, you actually use your hand just to make sure and feel that the surface is fine. If you do feel any grittiness on the headlight, just go back with one of your sandpapers and then just sand it down. And as you go along, just make sure that you actually just clean off the sandpaper. Don't sand it all the time. There's a lot of bits and pieces, bugs and stones you might not see, but it does get trapped in the surface of the sandpaper. So just remove it with your hand or with a cloth. Once you're done sanding the headlight, you then go ahead and you polish it out. So this is where the drill comes in. In my video, I started off with my cordless drill, but I forgot to charge it, so I went over to my conventional plug-in drill. Just make sure that you don't have the speed set to the highest, and also make sure that it's not in the hammer mode. So and you want to start off slow, and then as you start learning the rhythm as to how you need to move on your headlight, you can then increase the speed. Once you're done with that, you wipe it down, and before you do apply the headlight sealer, I made use of a glass cleaner just to make sure that I removed all residue, all solvents off the headlight before I apply the actual sealant, so that it's a nice clean and bare surface, and that the sealer attaches itself fully to the headlight. And so I went ahead, sprayed the sealer on, wiped it off with the microfiber cloth, and voila, Bob's your uncle, headlight looks brand spanking new. That was a bit of a mouthful. I just thought it was necessary for me to dive into and just spend a little bit more time with you guys, explaining all the products that are in this kit. Once again, guys, I really appreciate you guys supporting me. If there's any questions, as usual, you guys know the drill, comment section. If you guys like the video, smash the thumbs up, and if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button and click on the notify all. That way you'll get notified whenever I do an upload on my channel. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will get back to you guys. Once again, guys, thank you and enjoy the video.